In August 1977, a quiet observatory in the American state of Ohio recorded something strange. It was not a loud explosion. It was not a mysterious object in the sky. It was simply a signal, but that signal would become one of the most famous, unsolved mysteries in the history of space exploration. At the time, astronomers were running a long-term scientific project known as the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. The goal of this research was simple in theory, but enormous in scale. Scientists were listening to the universe, hoping to detect radio signals that might come from intelligent civilizations somewhere beyond Earth. The idea behind the project was based on a simple assumption. If another advanced civilization existed in our galaxy, it might eventually develop radio technology just like humans did. And if that civilization transmitted radio signals into space, those signals could travel across vast cosmic distances. Radio waves move through space at the speed of light. That means a signal sent from another star system could travel for decades, centuries, or even thousands of years before reaching Earth. Because of this possibility, scientists built radio telescopes capable of listening to the sky. One of those telescopes was located at Ohio State University. It was known as the Big Ear Radio Telescope. Unlike traditional telescopes that observe visible light, the Big Ear Telescope listened for radio frequencies. Every day it scanned the sky as the Earth rotated, collecting enormous amounts of data. Most of the time the telescope detected only natural signals, radio noise from stars, cosmic background radiation, signals from distant galaxies. But on August 15, 1977, something different appeared in the data. A strong radio signal had been detected. The signal lasted only 72 seconds, but during that brief moment it was far stronger than anything the telescope had recorded before. The frequency of the signal was also unusual. It appeared near a frequency known as the hydrogen line. Hydrogen is the most common element in the universe. Because of that, scientists have long believed that if intelligent civilizations attempted to communicate across space, they might choose to transmit signals near this frequency. The reasoning is simple. Any technologically advanced civilization would understand the importance of hydrogen. So the hydrogen line could serve as a kind of universal meeting point in the radio spectrum. The signal recorded in 1977 appeared very close to that frequency, but the most intriguing part of the discovery happened a few days later. An astronomer named Jerry Ehman was reviewing the computer printouts from the telescope when he noticed something unusual. At the time, the telescope recorded signals as strings of letters and numbers printed on long sheets of paper. Most of the data looked random and unremarkable, but one section stood out. The characters on the page read 6EQUJ5. To most people, this sequence would mean nothing, but to radio astronomers it represented the intensity of the signal detected by the telescope. Each letter and number corresponded to a specific signal strength, and this particular sequence showed that the signal had grown stronger and stronger before fading away. It was exactly what scientists would expect if a distant radio source moved slowly through the telescope field of view. Jerry Ehman circled the sequence with a red pen. Next to it he wrote a single word: "Wow." That simple note gave the signal its name, the WOW signal. The discovery immediately caught the attention of the scientific community. If the signal truly came from deep space, it might represent the first potential evidence of an intelligent civilization beyond Earth. But science requires caution. Before any extraordinary claim can be accepted, scientists must rule out every possible natural explanation. So researchers began asking questions. Where exactly did the signal come from? The telescope indicated that it originated from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. More specifically, the signal appeared to come from a region of space near a group of stars known as Chi Sagittarii. However, pinpointing the exact source was difficult. Radio telescopes often detect signals from wide areas of the sky, and because the signal lasted only 72 seconds, there was very little data to analyze. Scientists attempted to detect the signal again. They pointed telescopes at the same region of space. They listened carefully for weeks, months, and years, but the signal never returned. This made the mystery even deeper. If the signal had been caused by a natural astronomical source, scientists would expect to detect it again. If it had been caused by a satellite or human technology, there would likely be a clear explanation. But no explanation appeared. Over time, researchers proposed several possible theories. One idea suggested the signal might have been caused by a passing comet. Comets sometimes release large clouds of hydrogen gas as they travel through space. These clouds could theoretically produce radio emissions near the hydrogen frequency, but later studies suggested that the comets in that region of space were unlikely to have produced such a strong signal. Another possibility involved reflections from satellites or space debris. However, the signal characteristics did not match known satellite transmissions. In addition, the frequency of the signal was unusually narrow. Natural sources tend to produce signals spread across many frequencies, but the WOW signal appeared concentrated in a very narrow band. This type of signal is exactly what engineers would design if they wanted to send a clear message across long distances, and that possibility continues to fascinate scientists and the public alike. Was the WOW signal a message? If it was, who sent it? And why did it appear only once? Some researchers believe the signal may have been a one-time natural phenomenon that scientists simply do not fully understand yet. Others believe the signal could have been a brief transmission from an extraterrestrial civilization. Perhaps a distant beacon, perhaps a scientific experiment, or perhaps something else entirely. The truth is that we still do not know. Decades have passed since that night in 1977. New radio telescopes have been built around the world. Advanced observatories now scan the skies using powerful computer systems capable of processing enormous amounts of data. Projects such as Breakthrough Listen continue the search for signals that might indicate intelligent life beyond Earth. And yet, despite all these technological advances, the WOW signal remains unique. It has never been detected again. But the mystery continues to inspire curiosity, because the signal reminds us of something profound. The universe is unimaginably vast. Our galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars. Many of those stars likely host planets. Some of those planets may have conditions suitable for life. And among those worlds, there could be civilizations far older or more advanced than our own. If even one of those civilizations attempted to communicate across the galaxy, their signals might eventually reach us. Perhaps as a faint whisper across space. Perhaps as a brief 72-second burst of radio energy. A signal that makes scientists pause. A signal that makes someone circle a sequence of numbers on a sheet of paper and write a single word beside it. Wow. Nearly half a century later, the WOW signal remains one of the most intriguing moments in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It may have been a natural anomaly. It may have been a signal from a distant civilization, or it may represent something else entirely. But until we hear it again, the true origin of the WOW signal remains one of the great mysteries of the universe. So what was the WOW signal? Was it a message from an advanced civilization, a fleeting glimpse into a cosmic conversation? Or was it something more mundane, a never-to-be-repeated natural phenomenon, a glitch in our own technology that we just can't pin down? For nearly half a century, the smartest minds have tried to crack this cosmic cold case, and yet the mystery endures. That 72-second burst of radio waves from the direction of Sagittarius remains the single strongest candidate for an extraterrestrial signal we've ever detected. It's a tantalizing what-if that has fueled the dreams of scientists, astronomers, and sci-fi fans for generations. We've pointed our most powerful telescopes back to that same patch of sky, hoping to catch a repeat performance, but so far, silence. But the silence doesn't mean we stop listening. In fact, the WOW signal does the opposite. It inspires us. It reminds us that the universe is vast, mysterious, and full of possibilities we can't even imagine. It's a cosmic whisper that pushes us to build better telescopes, to develop new ways to listen, and to keep our minds open. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, isn't just about finding aliens. It's about understanding our own place in the cosmos. The legacy of the WOW signal isn't about the answer it gave us because it didn't give us one. Its legacy is the question it forces us to ask. Are we alone? And as long as we keep asking, we'll keep exploring. Maybe one day we'll get another signal. Maybe it'll be a whisper, or maybe it'll be a shout. And when that day comes, you can bet we'll be ready and listening. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to keep looking up.